After 12 years of marriage, I discovered my wife's 15-month affair with my friend. My wife, soon-to-be ex, had a 15-month affair with one of my closest friends, and now she's leaving me for him. It's been a brutal, emotional roller coaster as I try to process everything that happened. I'm sharing this story partly to get it off my chest, but also because I hope it might help someone else going through something similar. About 3 months ago, I asked my wife if she'd like to go on a date. She suggested something simple, like getting sandwiches and sitting by the lake. It sounded nice, so I agreed. But when we got there, things took a turn I hadn't seen coming. As we sat down, she told me she didn't think she wanted to be married anymore. I felt like my entire world shattered in that moment. We have 2 beautiful kids, and we were well known in our small community of cyclists and runners. We seemed solid. Like any marriage, we had our ups and downs, but I genuinely believed we'd be together for life. In the following weeks, I kept searching for answers, but nothing she told me seemed to explain why she wanted out. Several people around me started to ask if she might be having an affair, which made me question her directly. Each time she'd look at me with an offended expression and firmly say, "Of course not." I wasn't sure what to believe. Part of me wanted to trust her, but things still didn't feel right. Despite her willingness to go to couples counseling, it was clear her heart wasn't in it, and she seemed emotionally checked out. Then a couple of weeks later, she handed me a beer one evening and asked if we could go for a walk. My stomach dropped. I could feel something terrible was coming. On that walk, she confessed she'd been having an affair with my friend since May 2023. Hearing that admission was like a punch to the gut, and it left me completely disoriented. The betrayal I felt was beyond words. How could someone I loved and trusted so deeply do this? When I asked how it had all started, she explained that she'd stumbled upon the affair subreddit after hearing about it on another forum. She said she saw it was a cesspit of narcissism, but somehow felt drawn to explore it. I'll never fully understand that, but it's part of her story. And as fate would have it, my friend had also discovered the same subreddit and had posted something there. She told me she found his post well written and reached out to him. Initially, they connected anonymously, but as they talked, they realized they lived in the same city and both cycled. Eventually, they revealed their identities to each other. And instead of walking away, they started sleeping together. She told me about extended work trips, solo backpacking weekends, and early departures from work, all fabricated so she could meet him. She was meticulous. I genuinely hadn't suspected a thing. I never thought the woman I loved could lie to my face with such ease. One of the most twisted parts is that she'd actually encouraged me to go to bike races with this friend, so I'd end up competing against him. All the while, they were seeing each other in secret. When I confronted her about why she'd set me up to race against him, she casually said it was her way of letting me vindicate myself. I can't wrap my head around the callousness of it all. To make it even worse, during one of these cycling trips, my friend and I had a long, deep conversation about our relationships, even touching on our sex lives. I thought we had a close bond. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with him. This betrayal has cut so deeply because it wasn't just my wife, it was also my friend, a person I trusted and shared so much with. And to top it all off, he has a family too. He's married with 2 kids, and he's leaving them as well to be with my wife. Thank you for reading this long post. There's so much more to this story, and if anyone has questions, I'm here to answer.